Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it.
Ronald Gruner's We the Presidents is an ambitious, highly readable history of the American presidency from Warren G. Harding through Joe Biden, followed by an epilogue examining the opening phase of Donald Trump's second term. Rather than treating each administration as an isolated biography, Gruner traces how presidential decisions accumulate over time. Immigration restrictions enacted in the 1920s, New Deal programs, Cold War interventions, tax policy, civil rights legislation, healthcare reform, financial deregulation, and the growth of executive power all become parts of one continuing story. The result is a broad account of how the modern United States was built, altered, and occasionally damaged by the people occupying the White House. The book's greatest strength is its sense of historical continuity. Gruner regularly reaches backward and forward to show how an idea associated with one president reappeared under another. Andrew Mellon's tax theories anticipate later supply-side economics. Herbert Hoover's belief in rugged individualism continues to shape arguments about healthcare and social programs. Truman's decisions help define the Cold War inherited by Eisenhower and Kennedy, while Johnson's domestic ambitions become inseparable from the escalating war in Vietnam. These connections make the book feel like more than a procession of elections, scandals, and famous speeches. Policies have long afterlives here, and presidents frequently find themselves dealing with consequences created decades before they took office. Gruner also has a talent for finding vivid human details that keep a long work moving. Harding's poker games, Coolidge's grief after his son's death, Truman's blunt sense of responsibility, Eisenhower's preference for quiet leadership, Ford's decency, Reagan's optimism, and Obama's composure all give the political history a personal dimension. The chapters are organized around clearly defined episodes, and the prose usually moves briskly between biography, economics, diplomacy, and social change. Photographs, political cartoons, charts, quotations, and statistical comparisons reinforce the narrative, making the book approachable even when it's explaining subjects such as monetary policy, mortgage-backed securities, taxation, or federal regulation. The same confident voice that makes the book engaging also gives it a distinctly argumentative character. Gruner isn't simply assembling events. He reassesses neglected presidents, questions familiar reputations, praises courage and restraint, and identifies choices he believes produced lasting harm. Harding receives a more sympathetic treatment than many readers will expect, while presidents with celebrated public images are examined alongside their failures, contradictions, and missed opportunities. Some conclusions, especially those involving what might have happened under different leadership, are speculative. Still, the author generally makes his reasoning visible, supports it with extensive notes and data, and encourages readers to consider presidential performance in terms of consequences rather than party loyalty. This book will appeal most to readers who enjoy accessible political history and want to understand how current American disputes acquired their present shape. It's especially well-suited to people who know the major presidents and events, but haven't yet seen the connections among tax policy, immigration, civil rights, foreign intervention, healthcare, regulation, debt, and public trust. Readers looking for a neutral reference work should expect a strong interpretive voice, but those open to a sustained historical argument will find plenty to think about. I'd recommend it for general history readers, civic-minded book groups, college students, and anyone trying to place today's political conflicts within a century of presidential choices.
Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, Don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.